What about an adult man wanting to fall in love with a minor?
Yeah, but that's a different animal. We're talking adults.
Based upon whose definition, though?
Well, when you talk in age of majority, that's a different animal entirely.
What about...
Because adult people have the right to make informed decisions.
What about an adult marrying an animal?
But animal intelligence is not human intelligence. They are not legal persons.
But wait a minute, could they not express love?
In a limited sense, maybe, but you're stretching beyond humanity.
Well, here's my fear, Jared. We're tearing down this basic, the thing that has stood as tradition for so long. Right now, who or what can't get a decree of marriage in the state in which we sit? How far-reaching was the California Supreme Court when 4 people overturned the clear will of 61% of the population? How far-reaching was
We're
that?
about to see if it's 61% of the population.
No, it was in Proposition 22 in the year 2000.
Right.
Now, here's what happens. Social progressives know their job. They continually attack something. And by the way, bacteria and things do the same thing to our body. The same things will attack us, and we'll fight it off one time. But if the same things, like a cancer, if they continue to attack us, our immunity system doesn't build up. In fact, it breaks down. So I believe, I won't call it a left-wing conspiracy, but I believe the social progressives have very carefully engineered this. They waited for the proper court case to come through. And once again,
much like Christian conservatives are waiting for the proper court case to come through for the old abortion thing. It's two sides of the same coin.
We'll never fix abortion.
But it's two sides of the same coin.
But it's not, for the simple reason being, we're going back to what has been the tradition of mankind. We want to change tradition of mankind. 61% of Californians in the year 2000 made a decision. 61%. Now that's not a supermajority, but that is veto proof. And 61% of the state population said this is the way we want it defined. By the way, it's the same 14 words that are Proposition 8.
Actually, veto proof is 2/3, which would be 66.66%.
My apologies. And so, but again, what we're talking here, we're still talking 61% compared to 39%. So that's a pretty wide voice.
Based on the wording of that particular.
And by the way, the wording of Prop 8 is the identical wording that was on Prop 22. The same 14 words were on Prop 22 that are on Prop 8. Jared, same words. There's no addition, there's no changes. And so the problem was 4 judges decided that a law that was passed 8 years before by 61% of the population of the state of California, they decided that wasn't good enough. Now let's look at a bigger picture, may we? What other laws will we begin to throw out that way? When 4 people who are not elected, who never are truly responsible to the people of the state or even the United States, in the case of the United States Supreme Court, when those 4 people can arbitrarily, not based upon law, but really based upon social opinion, can change a law that 61% of the people approved.
But your whole argument is based on social opinion. For thousands and thousands of years, marriage has been between a man and a woman. That's social opinion.
True. And you know what happened? Somebody pushed, and they said, now did they say they couldn't be civil unions?
They pretty much said, leave us the hell alone and let us get married.
But
keep the burning cross off our lawn and let us get married.
But here's the problem. Civil unions, I don't know of anybody that says there shouldn't be civil unions. Seriously, from the Christian right, I don't want to assume to represent all of them, but there's nobody saying that we shouldn't have civil unions.
Because that's not a part of the discussion. You can rest assured that if it came up, they would.
But I'm going to say there is grounds there because that is a civil matter. I'm not happy with it. Ta-da!
Neither one of us is.
But the problem is that there could be a compromise, and there was, because Prop 22 did not outlaw civil unions. Civil unions, and I don't understand the law, because I praise
I am not
God,
a lawyer.
I am not a lawyer. Can we agree on that? Thank God.
I'm not a lawyer.
We're not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. We have far too many lawyers in the state of California. And so what we've got here is we've got, there we go. We've got slight interruption, back on train. We have got, I believe that the civil unions, in fact, have been strengthened rather than torn down, because there was some bit of a compromise. They said, let's allow this. Let's don't put the beachhead that far up. We're not happy with it. But the problem was, there's people on this side that said, that's not good enough. And they began to push back. And yeah, we're fighting mad because we're changing something that has stood in history.